Hi, this is Robert Bortons with Classical Conversations, and I'm excited to be here with Amy today and talking about her organization and finding out why they decided to support Classical Conversations. So, Amy, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business and your family.
All right. Well, we've been in CC for 10 years, and we have 3 kids, 3 daughters. They are 13, 12, and 6. So we have 2 in challenge this year, which is pretty exciting.
Wow.
The first year that we joined, I actually immediately became a abecedarian tutor. So that was really jumping in deep to start with. My goal has always been to be a challenge director, and now I've been a challenge A director for 5 years. And then as far as our business goes, CocoPolka company started 4 years ago, and I was looking for the little photo albums to make flip books for CC for my 2 memory masters because I needed help because that's a lot to do at the same time. And I couldn't really find them. So my husband and I started talking and we thought, well, maybe we should provide these. So we found a manufacturer and we started making these. And then I kind of accidentally became the photo album diva. I started making more and more photo albums of different sizes and it just really took off. And that's how CocoPolka company started.
Yes, and you have 3 daughters, is that right?
That's correct.
That's
so I have lots of
awesome.
pictures.
You have a daughter and 2 sons, so we just had our 3rd, so very
Yes,
exciting.
I've seen pictures.
Oh, awesome. Well, just so thank you for doing CC for all this time, and just so you saw a need in our communities and something that we weren't providing, and went out there and made it happen. That's really part of the American dream, is seeing that need and being supportive of your fellows and your neighbors. So that's a great way to love them. So you guys do photo albums, and I saw T-shirts on your website. What was the inspiration behind starting T-shirts?
The T-shirts I've done for a long time. I just have ideas and I throw them up there. And, with CC, there's lots of ideas that come out of that. Most of them honestly come from my Challenge A kids who say, oh, you should put that on a T-shirt. Mrs. Nabibi, put that on a T-shirt. So I go out and I do. So,
Oh,
and sometimes
wonderful.
the inspiration is from my daughters. So I'm just a little creative and I like to put those up as well.
Awesome. Now tell me, how many different photo albums do you guys sell and what sizes? And
Sure. So I have 14 different photo albums. The main ones are the little 4x6s that I held up just a second ago. So that's your standard photo size. And I have those in some various colors. I have some with 48 pockets and some with 60 pockets. So if you need even more, and those you pretty much can't find in stores. Then I also have 5x7s. So those are a little bit bigger and I have them in white or black pockets. And then I also have, I just think these are adorable. They're little square ones for Instagram photos. And then the biggest one for CC families, besides the 4x6s, this one's big, is 6x8 because our timeline cards fit in them. And these have clear pockets so that you can see both sides of the timeline cards.
Oh, wonderful. Nice. Now you mentioned Instagram photos. Do you have an Instagram people can follow you at?
I do. It's Instagram.com/CocoPolka. And I also do have a website that's CocoPolka.com, and you can find everywhere to follow me on there.
Wonderful. Now, of course, Practicum this year wasn't normally how it is, and you've been a Practicum speaker before, is that correct?
Yes, I spoke 2 years ago when we did Latin.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. So why did you decide to partner with Classical Conversations this year to get the name out for your company?
Well, first of all, I won't lie. I thought it was a good place to advertise my business, but I also wanted to show CC families what we have that can help them. And I also did just want to support CC. I mean, this has been our homeschooling journey since my oldest was 4. And this is just such a part of our lives that I wanted to be more of a part of it.
Wonderful. Now, since I have you and you've got all this experience, what is something that you would tell these new homeschoolers joining us from your 10 years of experience in directing challenge?
All right. I would say, first of all, go visit a challenge class. Don't wait until you're a challenge parent to go visit a challenge class. So go visit challenge right now. I don't care if you have an abecedarian. Well, maybe not right now, but once things start again. And the other thing is it works. Follow the curriculum. I see all the time on the Facebook groups and stuff. What do I need to add? What do I need to do? I need to expand on this. You know what? My kids do CC and then they read for fun. And that's what we do. and it works. My kids impress people all the time, and they impress us all the time. So that's my advice.
That's awesome. I know part of growing up being homeschooled myself, the benefit of having that extra time and being able to really pursue my interests. Now, are your daughters involved in your business at all?
Yes, they are. In fact, if you could see the other side of my camera, you would see all of our inventory that my middle daughter was working on earlier today to ship out. So yes, they are very involved, and they're very eager that maybe someday they'll get to take over it.
Awesome. Well, that's definitely a legacy that you can give them. And I think it's always so exciting to see the benefits of homeschooling that people just don't think about, like being have your children involved in your business or just learning real life skills that they're going to really benefit from for the rest of their lives. So tell me about a little bit more about your best-selling t-shirts. Which ones are your hottest t-shirts right now?
I have one that says in Principio erat verbum, and that one sells quite a bit. And then I have Redeeming My Education and Reclaiming My Education. Those two sell pretty good as well. And the other one that sells a lot that's really not CC related is I have a 6-year-old girl that's obsessed with construction equipment. And so I have a bunch of, girls like excavators too, and girls like construction too, and those types of t-shirts. So those actually sell pretty good. Oh, and dinosaurs. Girls like dinosaurs too.
Okay, nice. That's fun. I'd have to see if my daughter would like one of those. So tell me, what type of shipping do you guys offer, and what type of turnaround time should a family expect if they're able to get online and see a photo album that they like or a t-shirt that they want?
Sure. So right now we sell through Amazon. So if you
Okay.
have Amazon Prime, you might even be able to get them tomorrow, depending on when and where you order from. But they should be 2 days. I keep things in stock. I work really hard to keep things on stock. If anything's out of stock, it shouldn't be longer than a week or two before I can get it back in stock again.
Nice. What, as a businesswoman, what's one of the things that you learned the most over the last 4 years that you'd like to pass on to other women who are maybe starting businesses or in business themselves?
Okay, you're asking some good questions here. I had thought about the other one, but I don't know if I've thought about this one before. I would say involve your family. I'm very blessed that I have a very financially minded husband. So he's been a really big help. Make a business plan. Make sure you know what you're getting into before you start. I'm not saying don't have dreams, but I'm saying be practical and realistic about them, and start small. Dream big, but start small and grow, in a reasonable way. Don't get all excited and invest $100,000.
Yeah, we tell that to our foundations directors, right? Small beginnings are great because that's how you get started.
Exactly. And then when you make mistakes, they're small mistakes instead of big mistakes, because
Yes.
you will make mistakes and you'll learn from them, and then you'll do much better.
Yes, awesome. Well, great. So tell us more about, you said we can find them on Amazon.com. Can we also order through your website, and tell us what your website is again?
Yes, my website is CocoPolka.com. So that's CocoPolka.com. And that will actually refer you back to Amazon, but it does give you a nice starting place, and it's a little easier to remember.
Okay. Nice. And how did you come up with the company name?
So I was trying to find something that didn't already have its domain name taken. And it's actually
That's an important part of naming a business these days, is making sure you can get the domain name.
It seriously is. So it's my husband always comes up with ridiculous nicknames for our daughters. So it's a combination of our oldest 2 daughters' nicknames.
Okay.
The third one didn't quite have her nickname yet, so she didn't get included.
Well, that's sweet. So talk to me a little bit about your adventures in CC, and just you said you've been directing Challenge A for 5 years now.
Yep.
What's your favorite part about Challenge A?
My favorite part, I really like this age because Challenge A and B, they're still on that cusp of the dialectic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're really rhetorical. And sometimes you just shake your head at them and think, what did you just say? Or what did you just do? But there's those moments of Pentecost, as we would say in CC lingo, where they get it. Mm-hmm. And I live for those moments where that kid connects their memory work to their challenge work, or comes up with a thought that I'm like, that was so deep. You just gave me insight into scripture.
Mhm.
And I love the dichotomy of this age where they're just a joy, even when they're frustrating,
Yeah.
because the frustration makes it all the sweeter when they get it.
What there was a new Challenge A family who's just starting this fall, or they've been in CC, but their oldest is in Challenge A for the first time. What would be some of your recommendations to them?
Well, the whole check in, don't check out, for sure. Drop them off, but don't check out. They're still young. They're learning to be in charge of their own stuff. They're learning to take ownership, but they're not there yet. So go ahead, you need to be checking their work. Maybe do some Latin with them. Have them explain the Latin to you. They like that, right? Because now they know more than mom and dad. So those sorts of things are what I would say. If you just drop them off and don't check in with them, they're too young. They're going to slide. So make sure you're keeping in touch with them, but also start giving them some independence.
Now, since you've been doing this for 5 years, have you had any graduate high school yet, or have you been able to keep in touch with any of your early students?
No, my oldest ones will now be going into Challenge 3 this
Okay.
year. But I do love that when we stand around for morning meeting with all our challenge groups, we always pray together. And at our campus, we have Challenge A through Challenge 3. And I look around and 95% of the kids I've had as Challenge A. And it's really exciting to look around and go, oh, these are all my students and they're all doing so amazing. So I love that feeling.
Awesome. So we gave your Instagram, we gave your website, and we can find you on Amazon.com. Is there any other social media that you do that people should follow you on?
Yes, I am on Facebook. So just search CocoPolka on Facebook and I'll come up there. And I'm trying to start some YouTube, but I really only have like 2 videos there. So
I mean, you're not too busy with 3 kids and homeschooling and running a business and being a Challenge A director. So that's a second business that you have. So
not at all, not at all.
well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being a premium sponsor this summer of our practicum. I know we worked hard to get those online so we could help families homeschool well. Thank you for being a practicum speaker and a Challenge A director and just an awesome CC mom, and just that you're giving back to all these other mothers and giving them opportunities to get that education through your sponsorship. So I just encourage everyone to go check out CocoPolka.com, find them on Facebook, give them a big thumbs up, give them a 5-star rating, follow her on
Yes,
Instagram.
give me 5-star reviews. That would help tons.
Yes, 5-star reviews are very important. Be sure to like this video, give us a comment below. Do you guys have photo albums? If you have photo albums, this is a great place to go get new ones. If you haven't, we're all looking for things to do while we're not allowed out of our houses as much as we would like. So now is a great time to start getting all those photos you've taken over the year, get them printed, and put them in an album, because that's going to be a sweet keepsake for your children one day. So I just encourage you guys to go check out CocoPolka.com, and that's CocoPolka.
Yep.
Is that correct? .com, and support this homeschooling family who's supporting you. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thank you.